Hey everyone, it's Talia here. Welcome back to another Plan With Me video on my channel. So the last Plan With Me you guys would have seen would have been this one. I did not film the next week, basically just because I wanted to get it done really quickly, but I actually really like how it turned out. So we'll just kind of talk about some things that have been working and haven't been working since the last time you guys saw a Plan With Me video. So I'm liking planning out our activities each day. That's working well. The whole laundry thing, like I was great for this week and then not the next week. So it's something that I definitely want to get ahead on with the upcoming week here too. And I did like having it in my planner as well. Oh, I did forget to add, I forgot to add the laundry on here and I definitely missed it. I decided to make this like a to-do category with a heading, which I actually really liked having the heading on there. This week was a really heavy like nail work week because I took this week off of posting. So I had a bunch of like behind the scenes filming and stuff that I had to do. So I tried to keep myself organized with that, with these little stickers, which I really liked. Initially I had planned to make this week just like a whole neutral week. And then I just was realizing that, you know what? I really just don't have neutral stickers. And it's something that I'm going to be looking at getting because I'm really just loving the subdued neutral tones and I want more stickers like that. Usually I buy stickers that have like a rainbow of colors, like it's got a rainbow of colors for all of the different tones that you would create throughout a week. This is why I wanted to use the KitLife Weekly, is because I'm just finding that I don't spend a lot of time in the hourly section, but I still want it. So I think what I want to do is break it out a little bit. I did this later on in the week for this current week that just happened, and I'm really liking how it looks. So I think initially I want to set it up so that my day is kind of broken out like this. The sidebar went really well for me this particular week. I used a lot of mild liners in this week as well, which I really, really liked. And I just loved how there wasn't a ton of stuff going on with this either. Like, yeah, this was the last time that I used a kit. And this one I just kind of like pulled some random stickers from, and then this week I just didn't use the kit at all. And I think that's what I'm gonna do for the next week too, because I have some kits that I could make work, but truly I just really, the way that I'm planning lately, just need a few different stickers and don't need a ton of things that the kits provide. Like I don't use a ton of decor and all of that. So for it being like a no kit Plan With Me, I'm gonna use some different things. So these are the Tombow, what do they call these? Dual something, Tombow dual markers, something like that. You guys, I'm really bad for that. So they're brush pens and they're actually for brush lettering. That's what it is. Anyway, so it comes with 2 different heads on it as well. So I wanted this neutral set. I just think it's so beautiful. I've seen it shared in a bunch of different Plan With Me's that I've been watching lately. My local Michael's had tons of these Tombow pens and they had this neutral set, which I was really, really excited about. It's called the Portrait Pack. So there's a whole bunch of like lighter tones and darker shades. It's just a really beautiful pack. They had another one that was called like the Cottage Pack, which had a little bit more colors in it and wasn't all neutral. And I really liked that one as well. So I'm gonna likely be using some of these. I also really just love my mild liners. They work so well for just adding just a little bit of a pop of color if I want color. Prairie Planner, she offers these date covers, which I think are just a fantastic option for keeping your planner if you don't want to get like a kit. They're a really easy way to kind of dress up your planner without like having to use a kit. And I just love these. Like she had a sale one time and I just bought both of her sets of them. And I think she has, oh, these are pretty. I think she has a new option too that I don't have as well. But I find that that just gives us some structure to it. And I think I'm gonna lean towards these neutral tones again. I'm just loving these type of shades. I love these kind of rosy shades too. I might use that rosy shades too instead. Especially if you're not using a kit, sometimes you can kind of look at the page and you're like, hey, how do I start? So I'm gonna start with date covers and then I'm gonna move into weather and I just kind of break it out like that. So I am finding that I don't really love adding a ton of decor to the KitLife just because there's not really a lot of room to. And I really just want my KitLife to be like function because that's just what I need right now. So if I do want to add decor, I'm finding that I like to just do it kind of in the corners, or like up top where the date cover is, that sort of thing. That way it doesn't take away from the planner at all. So I think I am going to use a little bit of decor here. So I grabbed my Simply Lovely sticker book from the Happy Planner, and I am just gonna add a couple of these kind of smaller flowers just on the corner. See, it kind of will take away a little bit of my to-do list, but I'm finding that I don't use a ton of that anyway. Some of your other kind of patterns might not work the best, but florals do work well for this. And then it just adds a little bit more decor. And these rosy tones don't match the headings perfectly, but these do have kind of like a rosy hue to them. So I thought it would kind of tie nicely, but then I can still keep it pretty neutral. There are some really fun smaller ones in here too, which I think will be great underneath here. I do really like the Happy Planner stickers for like decor. I mean, I like them for function too, but I was actually eyeing up the, I think it's called Wild Styled sticker book when I was at Michael's. I've just been trying not to buy sticker books lately, so, but I liked how neutral it was. I just struggle with the Happy Planner stickers because I look at them and like I used to obviously be all about them, and now I look at them and I'm like, I just don't know if I would use all of these. They're just, some of them are just so specific to like the shape and size of the books that they kind of, or the planners that they kind of go with, that sometimes I feel like it's a little bit hard to adapt it for different planners. Especially this one, because you don't have a ton of space to fit some of like your bigger boxes. Like if you use some of your vertical stickers, it's gonna take up this entire space. So for me, it just isn't working lately, but okay, I'm really liking how that's kind of looking here. And then I did add just this little quote here because it's a good reminder for me. It's been a difficult week with like my kids this week, so I don't know. Anyway, that's just a great reminder to enjoy the little things. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break out my day here a little bit. So I'm wondering, I might wanna use one of these Tombow pens. I just kinda wanna see how these write for like on weeks and stuff before I go in and actually do it. Like it just looks so pretty. Doesn't bleed through. I'm gonna just test a couple of them here. Like this one, I don't know if these have names. I feel like they might. Just 800, 722. Just wanna see how light this one is. Yeah, that's almost a little bit too light. I feel like there's probably videos up where people swatch all these already, so this might be kind of repetitive for some of you, but oh, that's so pretty too. And then you could, like if you wanted to highlight, say all across 12 o'clock, which I might do for the evening actually. Oh, it just looks so good. Up here, I made a mistake last week of not bringing my line down far enough, because then I can fit my weather, activity with Rose, and then my laundry. And then I do want to mark off like lunch, just because the mornings are like, they're kind of hectic. And then come lunchtime, I put my kids down to sleep around 12:30, and then it just kind of breaks my afternoon up. So if I needed to like run errands or something, I would do it while my kids are sleeping because my husband is still working from home. So he's home with the girls if they need anything, but generally they'll sleep for a few hours. And then I am going to just brush out supper. I feel like this is a big commitment though. Okay, no. Oh, I'm not loving that. It worked so well on the other week. I feel like this always seems like a good idea and then it just doesn't look good. Whatever, we'll do that and then I'll put some stickers down to cover it up. But the lighter tone I think would have worked a little bit nicer for that. But yeah, it definitely like seeped through a little bit doing it that heavy-handed. Shoot, I wish I would have done the light tone for that. Stickers here are from the Organizing Companion. I say this like, I feel like every time that I do Plan With Me videos, but the majority of my stickers are really old. So I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to get any of the ones that I'm sharing with you, but that is where these ones are from. And I'm just gonna put them down to try and cover up this mess, I think. But I do really like these meal type of icons that are boxes like this. I find they work great. Okay, so let's go and do our weather up here because that'll bring us some structure for this day as well. So I like to do weather and then Rose's activity and then my laundry, the different types of laundry that I have to do each day. These are from Alley Cat's shop, just because they're neutral and they fit like really nicely up here. They'll actually like not take up a ton of space. The only thing with these is I'm not entirely, well, they're kind of off, they're kind of cut kind of funny, so kind of cuts the weather off a little bit, but I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do with the weather. Like, are you supposed to color it in or like circle it? Like, I don't know. But I feel like I can use my mile liners or those Tombow pens and like color in what the weather's supposed to be. Like, I love the idea of these and I love how small they are. I just don't, in my mind, just can't think of how you're supposed to use them. That's another thing with these, is because they are water-based, they do kind of smear like any markers that are kind of with it, which I kind of knew that going into it, but don't overly really care. Okay, I do want to put down how windy it's supposed to be. Where I live, it's always like so windy, and I just like to keep track of that for different activities that I plan for my girls. So I'm just gonna write the wind. 27-kilometer-hour winds is like really not that bad, but when you're jumping like closer to like the 30-40, that's when it's a little bit too windy to kind of do some different activities in our backyard. Next we have Rose's activities. So again, I'm just gonna grab some of these quarter boxes because they fit just so nicely there for activities. Probably hands down my favorite sticker book, colorful boxes. And this one in particular, I think there's like 3 different options now, and I just love this one. Like, I use so many of these boxes for these type of things. Oh, I was hoping they were just gonna be gold. Let me just put my finger there because for some reason I feel like there's not really, well, there are some neutral toned ones. Yeah, there's some rosy ones in here. I just find I use these all the time. Like, if there was one sticker book I would recommend getting, it would be this one. It's so functional. I've bought, I think, 2 other colorful boxes ones, and they're not as good as this one. They just have like kind of weird shapes. And that was another one I bought. They had the colorful boxes. It's not called weird shapes. I think it's just called shapes. But I find I just never reach for it because it just takes up too much of the planners that I'm using. Okay, and then my laundry. We need to do something for here. I wish I had super tiny laundry stickers, but I really just don't think I do. These little dot stickers. I think I'm just gonna use these type of peachy toned ones. I love these little stickers too. So I mentioned this in my last plan with me, but I'm usually one for, and I don't know why I do this because it just stresses me out, but I'm usually one for like a big laundry day. Like, do all of the laundry, wash, fold, put away, all of that in like one weekend. Now the problem with doing that is when I get overwhelmed, and then sometimes the laundry just sits for weeks, like being ready to fold and put away. And 2, it feels like you're literally doing laundry all weekend then. Like, it's just not good. But that's just kind of the way I function. Like, I like to do everything all at once instead of spacing things out. But I'm slowly learning about myself that spacing things out functions a little bit better for me. So I have been trying to do the laundry kind of like on a daily sense and getting one load completely done every single day. It's just functioning so much better for me. So that's what this is to just mark the different laundry that needs to be done each day. I'm not going to pre-plan that out just yet because I want to see how much laundry I can get done today and tomorrow, and then I'll decide what needs to be done throughout the week. Okay, so that's all structured out. Another thing that I want to try and get back at, I really just need to do this, is getting up at 6 in the morning. Like, I just have to. I'm finding that I'm just not having the time to get the things done that I need to and want to. So typically my girls wake up around 7. So I'm just gonna block this off here. So hopefully I can get some work time done right here. And then I also wanna put my to-do list down here as well. This to my to-buy list. I love the like text stickers from the Prairie Planner. Actually, I love like all of her stickers. But I really liked having this little header here each day. For some headers that I grabbed, it's my husband's day off on this Monday. So I'm just gonna grab a day off sticker to mark that. I also wanted to grab a to-do header for my sidebar here. So this sidebar is kind of broken into two different sections. I like to use this top one here for my to-dos, just random to-dos, don't have a specific day they need to be done on. I also really liked having an errands category. I'm pretty sure that's what I had. Yeah, I had a going section over here last week and I really, really liked that. So I'm going to add another one for this week. And then I also had like a YouTube section here for any of my YouTube work. And I think that that'll be really good too, because I do have a lot to do this week for my YouTube work. So I'm also going to add YouTube headings here. Now the way that I'm kind of structuring this layout out is I'm testing it out. I'm seeing how it's going to function and work for me for the upcoming week, just because I want to change a few things in my routine, and I'm hoping if I have it written down, it'll help with that. So one of those is getting up at 6 in the morning. Another thing is kind of pre-planning what work I'm gonna get done each day. I might even take Saturday off, just depending on how much work I get done. So I'm gonna leave that. But that also reminds me that I really like having my weekend structured out here. And I am going to add a weekend banner. And I tend to add my weekend banner too early and then I end up having to move it. Like that's what happened last week. I had put it up here and it kind of got in the way of my to-do headings. Okay. Now for appointments. It seems to be a weekly thing that we're doing like the Zoom speech for her and it's going really well. She really looks forward to it. And then she also, same thing, childcare. So that is how the week is looking so far. You guys are gonna have to ignore my kids upstairs. They are just been all cray cray. Okay, but we do have some appointments that I need to put in here. I have a hair appointment, thank goodness. This one in the color scheme that I want and everything. These stickers, these hair appointment stickers are from the GP Studio. I really, really like GP Studio stickers as well. It's been a while since I've bought stickers just because I feel like I bought, for the most part, what I need. But I'm itching to get some new ones. Does that ever happen to you guys? Which reminds me, I'm gonna put this on my to-do list, but okay. I have a book that I want to get her preschool teacher to sign. So I wanna just make sure that I pull it out so it's all ready to go for this appointment. I also want to get her some sort of gift. I'm not too sure what yet. I have some teacher friends. I'm gonna message them and ask them what their favorite gifts to receive are. And then hopefully that'll help me. There's also like teacher aids and stuff and I want to get them some stuff too. And then I also have to get Father's Day gift. Perfect. And then Violet has a doctor's appointment on the Thursday. Oh, I should have done my highlighter thing. It's gonna smear. It's totally gonna smear. Let's see how bad it smears. I feel like I should wait. But I also like don't want to wait. Oh, it smears really bad. I knew this was gonna happen. The idea that I've seen a lot of people do with these is that you color them first and then do your writing. So that's what I should have done. But I just love the tones of these. I think they're so pretty. And then for Father's Day, likely we will be doing a barbecue. That's just seems to be what we tend to do for Father's Day. And I think I'm done, you guys. I'm actually really liking how this is laid out because it's just so structured. My days are linear, the same things are kind of happening. As far as like the activities that I'm gonna do for Rose, I'll plan those out in advance. We have a couple rainy days here. These 2 days are not supposed to be super nice, so these will be indoor activities. This day is supposed to be really nice, so this honestly will just end up being a free play outside day. And then I would like to set up some like water table activities these 2 days, likely do some color mixing or letters or something on these days for her. This day she's in childcare, so This will be a violet activity this day as well. But anyway, I will plan those off screen. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful on how to kind of structure your week if you don't have kids. I actually love doing my weeks like this. I feel like if you're just trying to get in the groove of like creating planner spreads, kits are really nice because they kind of help you structure things out. So back when I was starting to really get into using my KitLife, I wanted to use some kits to kind of structure things out and kind of help me plan it. But now that I'm kind of further in and I'm finding my groove with what I like and don't like, I'm truly just not feeling the need to use kits. I do my date covers, like weekend banners. These colorful boxes are just fantastic for structuring your weeks. Have my icon stickers, my meal planning, and some decor, and I'm good to go. Comment below and let me know, do you guys prefer to use kits or do you prefer to kind of structure your spreads like this? It's not super structured. Just let me know what you guys like to do. Also let me know which kind of style of planning you prefer. Like when you're watching videos like this, do you like when people use kits or do you prefer when they kind of just fly by the seat of their pants like this video? I would love to have your guys' feedback. Make sure you're following me on Instagram because I do update some planner stuff there every once in a while, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!